we're gonna do shepherd's pie. Now remember that cauliflower recipe we did a while ago? You're gonna need that, but we're not gonna make that a part of this. So, I'm gonna take some of my toasted sesame seed oil. We are going to take some onion. Exact measurements as always. And we're going to stir it up. Now, that's a little bit hot. I'm going to start sparkling like that. Now, I'm doing this for a group. So one is going to be for the not fainter part. It's going to have some serranos and habaneros in it. That will be this one. And I have a very clever way how we'll keep them separated. And this one will be for everybody else. Not knowing what people want, I found a way that I can do both my spicy and my regular all in the same dish. So here, add the exact amount of garlic, and get it sauteing. And after this is done a little bit, we will be right back. So for the side that doesn't have all the hot peppers, I'm going to also add just some regular bell peppers because it'll just help give some color and also help differentiate which side is which I will have a clever trick for. So we'll let those keep cooking, and those just need to cook, I don't know, I just cook those a little bit more so that the flavor of the pepper works through, and we'll be right back to add the meat to it. Okay, now that this stuff is good and sauteed, we are adding some trusty ground venison to each one of them. So this is, when you make it, remember you're gonna need 2 pounds of whatever ground meat. I obviously don't recommend pork for this, but venison or beef either would be good. I served this to a woman once who I didn't know she didn't like wild meat. She just says, I'm just glad you people are normal and don't use any of that wild game. And I said, like what? And her husband's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. She's more like that deer and stuff. That stuff is just so foul. I can't believe people eat it. This is really good. So, I just don't tell people what it is a lot of times. And, you know, people tell me they don't like venison. I obviously respect that. But if you do this right, it's much lower fat, it's healthy, and it's good. So, turn the heat back up. I had to turn it down because this wasn't quite thawed yet. See all that nice goodness on the back of that. And then the next part of this, which is sort of crucial, is for the chili and the rest of the flavor for this. This is for shepherd's pie, by the way. I don't know if I ever said that. Is we will need to add some rotel. So we will be back once this is browned. Add the rotel. And you're just looking at this, I'm gonna add some more onion to this since I already have it chopped. Because I think garlic and onion are two things it's hard to have too much of. So, just keep let this cooking. Take my trusty onion out. A little bit more there, a little bit more there. And we should be good. We'll be back when this stage is done. Okay, see it looks a little bit dry? We add a can of rotel to this. And a can of rotel to this. It'll be presto magic. And we just have one little step left. We're gonna let all this warm up. Now you notice I didn't add any salt or anything, because rotel to me adds a fair amount of salt. So I want to see what it tastes like after the rotel gets into it and after I quit flinging it around the kitchen. And then I'll decide how much salt it needs. And I usually let people salt it themselves. So salt usually just enhances the flavor. I figure that's something they can do themselves to taste, and a lot of people need to watch their salt and everything else, and I sort of just like things regular. So a little bit of salt's good, a little bit too much, just be a little bit careful. I'll cook this until it dries out just a little bit. Actually, that flavor's good. Then we're gonna have the secret on how we're gonna keep this separated between the two, not hot and hot. Be right back. Okay. We're now getting ready to put the shepherd's pie together. You can serve it like this, or you can put it in the oven to stay warm. So I always spray it like this. You can do this ahead of time. I've made this the night before and just rewarmed it to brown the top a little bit. So we have the two, remember I'm doing this in two groups. This is the spicy one. So we're gonna, just because I get things confused, we're gonna keep the spicy meat on the right, since that's where I cooked it. You can see the wonderful peppers in there. We're gonna keep that over there and keep that segregated. Sure glad I have a good dishwasher. So that's there, keep that separate. Remember, in the middle is gonna be sort of no person's land, because we don't want anybody who doesn't like spicy getting that. And come over here, and we'll put the other one here. They both smell really, 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 really good. And so, spicy on the right, regular on the left. And now, shepherd's pie has the mashed potatoes on top. Now, if you looked at my mashed potato recipe, you can do that, or you can do this. This is the mashed cauliflower. So again, this is an exceptionally healthy meal. Oops, not doing that very well. Cover that up. Low in calories, low in fat, pretty natural.
I smell mushrooms. Is that true?
Probably not. So we have a guest here watching us film this. So she's one of the people that watches the video, so it's okay. So you can see I didn't get all the cream cheese mix, but that's okay. That will add to this. And see, I'll still have some mashed cauliflower left to serve with dinner. If people want a little bit extra, that's good. And there, we're done. Now, remember I said I had a way to keep, when we put it in the oven, one side straight from the other? Well, here we go. We put the fresh parsley from the garden on the side that has the peppers in it. Is green peppers, green parsley, should be easy for even me to remember. And that reminds us, this side is the side that has the habanero and the serrano. I usually just use, like, for the whole thing, about 6 serranos, but I was out of serranos. And I had one more habanero. So, there we go. Happy Holy Eats.